Hi everyone, so today what we're going to do is a slight change on what we have been doing. So a lot of it has been based on tactical work that could be done for coaches, but today, for a bit more fun, I suppose what I'm going to look at is my own personal favourite game as a coach. So before I start, I suppose I'll go through all the goals and how the game went, and I suppose the tactical analysis behind it. But before I even start, I guess the game was for Carlow Kilkenny under 15s, a League of Ireland Academy side who were playing against Dundalk under 15s, and luckily for us we got a chance to play in the home of the champions, Dundalk FC, the senior team on their stadium, I guess, in Oriel Park. So really exciting day for all the players and the staff. And it was actually, so after 2 or 3 great years at Longford Town Football Club, I was lucky enough to then take over Carlow Kilkenny's under 15s. So it was my first game in charge of the 15 side with Carlow Kilkenny. So for me personally, big day for the staff, that we all worked really hard together to prepare for that day. I guess myself, Sean Moore, Connor Woods, Mark Dillon as well, and young Kev, we worked really hard to prepare for that day. So then to go out on what is one of the best pitches in the country, I guess, and the home of one of the best senior teams in the country, it was a brilliant day for us all. So a bit on the game then. Before the season started, we had done a lot of work on the 3-5-2 formation. So what we planned to do was, we had a goalkeeper, we had a back three, we played 5 across the middle, so 2 wide players, 2 holders, a number 10, and then a striker. And then after that, Dundalk played a pretty regular 4-3-3 on the day. We had played them in pre-season, and I guess we both kind of had an idea on each other before the game, which made it interesting again. That game finished 4-3 to ourselves, but again, pre-season, I guess anything can happen. They're friendly games and everyone's trying new formations and new tactics, and all the players are changing constantly. So really good game for us. We kind of analysed that, and then between the game, the analysis, and just the rest of pre-season, we managed to pull together the 3-5-2 formation, which led to one of my favourite games as a coach, I guess. So to talk you through the first goal then, it was 0-0. It was about 20 minutes in. It was a tight game. Dundalk were playing very well. We were doing okay too. It was pretty even to start with, and the shape that you're looking at is pretty much how it looked when we were about to take this goal kick. So the issue for us, I guess, was they pressed really high with 3, and the lads actually at one point looked like they were about to step up so that we could go long. Luckily they kind of decided against that, and then from there we managed to go 1-0 ahead. So how the goal would have taken place is, goalkeeper Josh Cody, really good player, played it out to the left hand side of our 3 at the back, which is Tom Maloney. Now from here, this is probably the only bit of luck that came from the goal, I guess, but Tom looked to step in, and it was a really aggressive press from this winger on the right, and whatever way it played, the winger actually did intercept the pass, but luckily for us and for Tom, it bounced past and he managed to step out beyond this player. So from there then, I guess the pitch opened up a little bit, but they marked us really tight in midfield. So what happened next was, our number 6, Jack Byrne, came towards the ball, but the big option and the best option for us was Cottle Kennedy, who came at an angle looking for the ball in this kind of space here. Now Cottle's a really good 8, and he was getting marked very tight, but luckily for us, Cottle has a good few tricks up his sleeve, and when the ball was played into him, he was clever enough to realise that as soon as Dundalk's, I guess, number 6 marked him so tightly, it meant that we had a 2v2 behind them and players in areas with space in front of them too. So Cottle managed, I don't know how, to flick it really well in just one touch. So really clever play around the corner into this space here. From there, I guess the ball is now in this 2v2 situation that we spoke about, and again, Killian Hackett, smallest player on the pitch but brilliant striker, came short, took the ball in, and from there he got marked tight again. But what he managed to do really well was get it onto his left foot, his stronger foot, in a little bit of space. And now we were looking at a picture where Scott Roycroft over on the right hand side had space to run into it, and I thought he might switch it, but again, our striker number 9, Dean Owens, was brilliant on the day, and he managed to pull away. On the day he was brilliant, but in this particular scenario he done really well to create just a little bit of space for himself and for Killian to play into, and with all this space in behind, that was always going to be the ball. So Killian plays this really well timed, excellent pass in behind, and now it's just up to Dino to chase. The big thing for us though, and I guess the icing on the cake for the goal, was the keeper actually done really well for Dundalk and came out and closed that angle really tight really quickly. So the issue for Dean was now, does he keep carrying the ball or does he hit it first time? To hit it first time though, he had to lob the keeper, and it was also on his weaker left side. But as I said, really good striker. He was in double figures for the season by the end of the season, and it all started today which was to put us 1-0 up with an excellent left foot finish where he lobs the keeper, puts it in, and that was 1-0 to Carlo Kilkenny.